All right, so I'll show you some hip mobility exercises right now. So this is a good one. I just call it a hip hinge. So what you do here is it'll stretch out your hamstrings and glutes and also your lats here. So it's pretty simple. So what you do is keep your chest up and fold over at the your hip here, where your lower leg bone, your femur, inserts into your pelvis. Fold over here and reach forward with your hands, and then with your hips, reach back the opposite way. So you can see my profile here. So chest up, fold over at the hip, slight knee bend, and then I'm reaching forward with my hands and reaching back with my hips. Okay, and you'll feel a stretch in your hamstrings and glutes, again, and in your lats. And then once you hold that for a few seconds, just stand up and squeeze. So get your chest up, bend your elbows, and squeeze your back, squeeze your glutes, like shove your hips forward, keep your abs tight, and also just basically squeeze your entire body. And you'll be kind of like, you look at my back there, it looks like an arc. Okay, so you can do anywhere between 3 to 5 of those stretches. I call it like a hip hinge stretch, or maybe like Superman or something like that. So I'll do a few here. So chest up, fold at the waist there, or the hip. So what that's doing is like, when I fold over, it's kind of stretching. And don't stretch too aggressively. Just find that end point where it's just a nice kind of taut, and over time, as your mobility improves, you'll be able to get greater range of motion. But then just stretch, and then chest up, and then squeeze all your back muscles. So that's the hip hinge stretch. And another nice, just kind of hip warm up stretch is just the basic body weight squat. So take your heels shoulder width, chest up. You want your toes out about 30 degrees, okay? And then you want your kneecaps to track middle toe. So the cue on that is just shove knees out to the side. Balance midfoot. So if this is your foot and this is your heel and the ball of your foot, just push off right between the heel and ball of the foot. Don't push off your heels, don't push off the ball of your foot, right in the center of the foot, okay? Chest up, you just clasp your hands together, and then just drop down to where your upper leg is parallel to the ground. So maybe you can see this better from the side here. Okay, chest up, hip hinge. It's called hip flexion, okay? Where again, your upper leg bone inserts into your hip. A lot of times people get confused, hip flexion versus spinal flexion. So it's not crunching at the waist, okay? It's like with the squat, with the deadlift, with all these big lifts, like cleans or what have you, or rows. It's you wanna rotate at the hip. The hip and spine alignment. Okay, hip is the base that spine sits on. So I'm standing up and vertical alignment, right? My spine sits over my hip. Same thing, when I'm squatting or deadlifting, that relationship between your hip and spine, it stays constant. That's where you have this like soft arch in your lower back. So I'll do it one more time. Okay, push off midfoot and stand up tall. So what did I just show you? I showed you the Superman. And I showed you just body weight squats. So with the body weight squats, you can do like 10 body weight squats. And also at the bottom there, as long as you maintain good position, you can hang out there for like a minute. Even just staying in that squat position, it'll stretch out your hips too. Okay, until next time, thanks.